Hey everybody, my name is Jesse Grossbullen and welcome to the JesseAF show. Today is Wednesday, April 10th, 2019, episode 59 of my daily podcast. Yeah, that's right, daily. That means every single day I'll be posting a new episode, so please check in tomorrow for my next episode. I'm on Google Play Music, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, and YouTube, so if you have any of those platforms, please consider subscribing. That way you get notifications for whenever I post a new episode. Today, I'm going to be talking about my personal brand. Yeah, personal brand. This whole podcast is my personal brand. It's the start of my personal brand. I plan on doing a lot of different things like this, and which really go into the whole idea of, IGTV or Snapchat or Instagram, just posting every single day. Different things I'm going through, different things I'm thinking about, what's going on in my life, what I'm planning on doing next. I have so many ideas all the time, and I really like putting that content out. And I really was motivated to do this personal brand by a YouTuber. He's also on everything. He's also an entrepreneur. His name is Gary Vaynerchuk, and he's really big. He's incredibly big. He's on every single platform you could think of, and he does it so well. And when he goes to work, he just works hard. And I was motivated by that. And he said, you have to create a personal brand or else you'll become irrelevant eventually. And I was like, that's interesting. But it kind of makes sense. If you think about it, our world is going completely onto the internet, and the internet is still a fresh thing. And if you think about it, video, audio, posting content all the time, all these different things, that's our network. That's our town square. My Facebook wall is my town square. It's not my neighborhood park. Nobody's going there and talking about everything that they're doing. That's definitely not the case. It's the internet. The internet is our social media platform where everyone puts in their content. Everyone puts in what they're doing today or what they did yesterday. And I want to be a part of that. I want to be a big part of that. And, well, as big as I can be. I mean, I'm just a person, But, I mean, I've worked so hard on this podcast so far that I've literally filled a notebook. I'll show you. I've filled this notebook, basically, with just every single page. Something's on it. And it's nuts because I don't think I ever filled a notebook that much in my whole time in school. I really don't think I ever wrote down that much stuff in my whole time of being in school. College, high school, junior high, whatever. I don't think I've ever written down that much in a single notebook. I have so many notebooks that are kind of halfway done, but the stuff inside doesn't really mean anything to me. It's like, I'll look at them and it's like, oh yeah, I get that, but I won't read it like I feel it, And the thing is about this notebook is, this is me. This is every single day of my life now. 59 days doing this. It's nuts. And it's really fun. It really is fun. When you are expressing yourself and you are just letting things out and you're just kind of scratching an itch that you just have and you just want to let people know what you're up to and you just don't know how to do it, this is the best way to do it. I'm talking about myself every single day, not to be egocentric or narcissistic. I'm doing it because I like learning how I grow, and in the future I will look at this podcast and I'll be like, I really did grow up a lot, and I can visually see how I grew up too. with this video form of the podcast, I will be able to see how I grew up and how I aged and how I matured. And if you think about it, it's basically like a photo album, give or take. So a photo album, we all keep photo albums, of course. Our parents probably have them if you're my age. And a photo album is a great place to look at you growing up. You're going to have pictures from when you were a baby and you were taking baths in the tub to all the way through your trip to the museum down the street. I don't know, whatever it is. And you're going to see all of those pictures and you're going to see yourself growing up. And it's just so much fun being like, oh, I remember that. Oh, that was an awesome day. Well, this is that. This is exactly that. But the point is, I'm actually talking about it. I'm actually visually and audio or auditorially, I don't know. That's not a word, but it kind of makes sense. I'm visualizing and listening to what I'm going through every single day. What my mind is thinking of. What I'm doing on the back end. What I'm doing in the front. I'm going to be posting a lot more content soon in the aspect of posting video that isn't exactly my daily podcast, but it's going to be my daily content. Maybe it's going to be me working in Photoshop on something. Maybe it's going to be me walking down the road. I don't know really. But I have spring break coming up, and that's going to be a really great time for me to just focus on figuring out where I'm going next with this podcast. My personal brand, I should say. And what kind of content I'm going to be putting out. What I'm going to be making on YouTube versus what I'm going to be making on SoundCloud, Apple Music, or Apple Podcast, Google Play Music. And I'm going to really try and figure out the best content I can put out on each platform. That way I can add value. I can create more value with my words. Maybe I can document more of my life. And that way I can just have more of a seamless relationship with the internet. I think that's the way we go in this world. I think the more seamless of a relationship that we have with the internet, with everyone on the internet and everyone that uses this media to watch things, to catch up on people's lives, whatever, I think it's a great thing to do. I think it's a great thing to keep that boundary between internet and reality pretty much micrometers thin, you know? And that's the point. I mean, look at VR. I mean, we are transporting ourselves into this digital landscape. How much more thin could you get from that? I mean, next you're going to have your chair that you're sitting in shaking when you're in a game that has an earthquake in it. And maybe that game is actually a camera that's in Japan when an actual earthquake is happening. You don't know, but that's going to be our future. And I'm just trying to embrace it. I'm trying to embrace my future. I'm trying to embrace the future of humankind. I'm trying to really communicate with everyone on that type of scale. And it's really, really cool because it's actually already working. People that I haven't talked to in maybe 10, 11 years are talking to me again. And they're only talking to me again because I posted these episodes. Isn't that amazing? I mean, wouldn't you wish that people that you were great friends with 12 years ago, maybe 20 years ago, are actually talking to you again because they're realizing that you're still the same person that you were back then, and that you still have all these same ideas and you still do the same things as them. And they just want to reconnect with you. And I love that part. I wish I could just see videos every single day of my friends doing different things. I wish I could just keep up with them and their lives. That way I can see what's going on in their lives. See if I can help them at all with something. I would much rather do that than watch some random person on the internet that I have no clue about do their different lives or do different things in their lives. I mean, honestly, there's a reason why Keeping Up with the Kardashians was such a popular show. People love the Kardashians, and that was their daily life kind of thing. Everything that was going on. Them yelling at each other, whatever it was. And that's what I'm doing. I'm doing that, but I'm doing it in my way. I'm doing it in a simple way. I don't have 10 people following me with cameras every single day. Oh man, what do you say? What do you say? Posting on TV, whatever. Millions of people watching. The point is, I can get those millions of people watching just by posting every single day. This silly little thing called YouTube. You know, I mean, there are people on YouTube with millions of subscribers, and I can get there. I can get there. And that's the truth. And it's just so powerful to just embrace the internet. You have to embrace what's our society, you know? Our society is on these things. That's why malls are failing. That's why malls are disappearing, actually. That's why all these different places, stores, are going on the internet for a reason. I'm following that curve, but I'm doing it ahead of the game. Eventually, everyone will have a podcast like this. Everyone will have a video that they're putting out every single day, just about their lives. Maybe it's a camera that sits above their head and they just have it following them, and then you just get to watch them doing whatever they're doing every day. Am I that crazy to think that's a possibility? Maybe. But if I'm not, what then? 12 minutes, or just about 13 minutes. This podcast is a lot of fun for me. And I'm filling my whole spring break just figuring out different things I'm going to do next. My story channel, this channel, whatever it is. Because this is fun for me. I love doing this. This is my relaxation. I know, it's crazy. This is my relaxation. This is me taking a break. I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. I know I did. And I will see you guys tomorrow. And I hope you guys have a great day.